Go ahead and put this bad boy on. Let's see. YouTube. Let's use this. The only time I use my mouse on Sea of Thieves. If I can find my own YouTube channel. There it is. But hey, welcome everyone to the stream. Today's Valentine's stream. I'm gonna be doing a little Sea of Thieves today. I thought, what better way to take anyone on a date for Valentine's Day if they didn't have anyone to give them the true Floridian special and take them fishing on Valentine's Day. The Florida Man special. There's no truer way for a Florida man to show his love than to take someone fishing. So got that. I hope that's an app link to this and not my video that I uploaded earlier today. Yeah, no, that's right. Behave Toast, Survivor, Tuna. Welcome to the little stream meme. That would be doing CP. I would be doing something Dark Souls related. If I could do anything Dark Souls related, the only thing that I could do would be like Bloodborne. I really didn't feel like playing that tonight. So I'm gonna play something that I might actually enjoy a little bit, something a little more chilled out. I guess I could do the Demon Souls remake, but really don't think that getting my blood pressure up, probably getting invaded by someone because I've screwed my world, didn't see as a good way to do Valentine's Day. If any of you don't know, I do this every year. Every year when Valentine's Day comes around, I always host one of these. I take it upon myself to be everyone that doesn't have a Valentine. I take it upon myself to be their Valentine, so... There you go, you could tell everyone that you weren't alone on Valentine's Day. You had a really hairy, wet man. I'm still wet because I got out of the shower. Brilliant thumbnail. Thank you, Luca. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day was good. I blame playing Bloodborne PSX. Mary Skidsmith and Hey Carlson. Valentine's Day time to woo Victor Amelia. Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing Bloodborne, so I'm gonna do this. And like I said, there's no better way for a Florida man to proclaim his love than taking you on a fishing trip, so that's what we're gonna do. Gotta go ahead and, you know what, should we deck the ship out in something a little bit more like Valentine themed? Because normally we have like the really crusty tub. Maybe I actually make it look a little more romantic, maybe. I say maybe because I really don't have any cosmetics. I don't have any cosmetics that are themed around anything like that. Thank you, Skidus helps with the impression of having no friends. He says I'm talking about every Valentine's Day there's like a million dudes that come out of the woodwork and say stuff like that, and it makes me sad. So, I'm gonna be streaming. Might take the edge off a little bit. And hey Decadus, welcome to the stream. Something red. We could go with the China #1 set. Actually, you know what, I'll spin a little bit on you guys. I'm not cheap. I can spin a little bit on my date, let's see. What do we got? Well, we could go with that, I guess. Just a barnacled chick with her tits out. We could go with, Little Red Riding Hood with her 2 signature blundergats. Oh, that's probably gonna have to be it right there. If I don't... Go. We gotta go with the Wild Rose. That's the balloons anyway. I'm not gonna spin the balloons on anything else in this game ever again. Might as well just go ahead and get the ship decked out in that. It's not a bad ship set either. I've got like a billion balloons to spin. Let's Sea of Thieves currency. No better way than a Florida man to celebrate Valentine's Day than looking for booty. Eh. I don't want to hear a single word about finboy fishing. We're not gonna invite that evil into this stream. Where is it? I'm looking for the ones that cost balloons. There's the thriving wild rose. Where's the regular one? Nice blind. Like, I know my vision's going, but I don't think it's gonna. I didn't think it was that bad. I'm only 23. It shouldn't be. My vision shouldn't be this eradicated. I don't see it though. Maybe there isn't a wheel. Maybe it's it doesn't exist. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, thank you, Sea of Thieves. I've only been playing this for like 4 years. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Not insulted that the game just told me how to customize my ship. Let's see, where's the dude with the rose in his mouth? I should be on the first page. That's a really old cosmetic. Oh, right. Fucking cursor was over it. Throw that bad boy on there. Yeah, we gotta get the ship all decked out for the occasion. Line up. And where? Okay, yeah. This bitch is being very rude. Let's see. If I can't find... Oh, there it is. I see it. The wheel's up there. The cannons are somewhere, I assume. Put this really red flare on. That. And there you go, we have the love boat. Oh, I gotta get, like, this, I gotta dress for the occasion too, I think. That is my typical pirate look. I can't do this. I'd be embarrassed to go out of the house on Valentine's Day dressed like this. Merry Valentine's Day, no friends king. Hey Alan, cover your boat in love. Sailor, my brother's older than Skid. Which sail looks the most phallic? 5 million gold, that's really not that much. It may seem like it is, but it's actually not. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. You should see like the people that do the PvE servers in this game. Now those guys are just rolling in money. Way more than me. Like, I've got a pretty good bit of dosh, but that's because I've been saving up. Let's see, gotta look all dashing. Nah, it looks a little too much. We don't want to go overboard with it. We want to look nice, but we don't want to look like we're trying too hard. That's the secret. It's a fine line that you have to walk, and it's called the ass cheeks. Let's see. Focusing too hard on this to do color commentary. I don't want to look like a fucking... Oh, here we go. We'll go with this. We'll go with like a chic, nice modern look here. That's nice. I probably should have figured all of this before the stream. Be one of the few times you see Wetbeard not with like a bandana or a giant hat. What do you guys think? That looking pretty good? I think that's nice, like casual wear to wear on like a date, right? Pretty hip. And what it says romance, then digging through a wrecked ship. It's beautiful. Be a red coat. I'm not gonna be no lobster-tailed. I'm not gonna be a lobster-tailed Brit. I don't think so. Not here. What if we kissed atop the crow's nest? Aye, matey. What if we kissed neath the poop deck? What if you kissed me neath my poop deck? I hope all of you are doing pretty well. Yeah, every Valentine's Day, it always seems like I see a bunch, like, of course I'm a Dark Souls channel, so it makes sense. I see a bunch of dudes come out of the woodwork, wallowing in self-pity over not having a date or something. And so, I take it upon myself be the date. And I would do Dark Souls, I really would. I would do something DS related because I know that's what most of you are here for. But I literally can't unless I download some of those like custom private servers people have made. I can't tell if that's that poo green mist that's over Golden Sands, or if it's just regular mist. I've not been down to this part of the ocean since the update. Looking good, Wetbeard. Wetbeard has initiated a fraction of his drip. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think it's not, like, it's not too much. Like, I could go really over the top and look like a dandy, but I feel like Z's also gonna want to be my Valentine later, so I'll let him do that. He'll pop in here and he'll have the really, like, fine dandy drip. I don't go that way, though. I don't like to seem like I'm trying too hard. Wish there was some normal looking pirate cosmetics that also let me be a massive fucking edgelord. But you gotta choose one or the other. You can either be an edgelord or you can look normal. It's one or the other. Like, if you're walking around looking like a Castlevania character, you're gonna look a little out of place on the Sea of Thieves. If you want to look like somewhat normal, like the pirate's life costumes are probably your best bet. Love not having a date. Never had a Valentine. I couldn't imagine what his full trip is. I mean, whenever I have like a full armada of people sailing around, I have like my, like, Chinese pirate lord attire that I put on where I want to look really regal. But I am far from being Commodore Skidonic, so I'm just dressed somewhat like how I would be in real life. If any of you want a reference for how I dress, I either look like a sweaty beach bum in like tank tops and booty shorts, or I dress like Keanu Reeves. If you ever see a picture of him out in public, that's what I base my look off of, if I'm trying to look half-assed. Buying chocolates for me because I love myself. You could send us a kiss on stream so we don't feel bad. Dates are for the week, true. Chad sail during Valentine's Day. Z better dress up nice for you. Counterpoint Skid Blackbeard. All black, fuses in the hat, huge black cloak. I mean, you go ahead, you try to dress up like Blackbeard in Sea of Thieves and see how he looks. You are always gonna look really out of place. Until they come up with like a Blackbeard outfit that doesn't look so cartoony, you're gonna look silly. Go this in here. Go down here. Send you a kiss on stream. What, like just fucking like that? Little peck on the cheek that we're talking about? Are we getting like down and dirty with it? Like some wily tongue action? Oh shit. I think there's a shit tier skull here. I would do like my tactical turkey sound to like show just how deep my love is, but I think I might disturb my family members who are trying to go to sleep, and if they hear like a really loud they're gonna fucking get really pissed. I can't fucking do it. Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to get the volume up to fucking do my turkey call. That's a shame. I even took my headset off so I could shake my head like Richard Nixon. It just didn't work. We're like opposites. I sound like a drowned weasel and I'm very repulsive while you sound very sexy. You're probably sexy too. I mean, people seem to think I am. I really don't know how to describe how I look. I've got black hair. I've got pretty decent beard. I look like an emo surfer man half the time. Z thinks I'm cute, so that's gotta count for something, right? Him being hella gay, he would know. Get this. The Skid Man doesn't really do the dating type thing anymore, though, if I'm being honest with you boys. You guys that are alone on Valentine's are really better off. I know that that sounds like complete malarkey, like real BS, but you're like, honest to God, you're better off. At least in my eyes, but Skid's played the game of love a few too many times and lost his heart in the process, so don't take my word for it. Everyone hates the sound of their own voice. That's also true. Like, I despise my voice. I hate how much I sound like critical. Like, it's pain for me. Like, I wince so hard whenever I, like today. If any of you haven't seen it yet, I made a new video today. It's about For Honor, so I imagine most of you haven't seen it. But I made a new video, and while I'm editing it, I have to hear my own voice. I absolutely despise it. I hate it with every fiber of my being, with everything I am and then some. I despise. I draw upon the spirits of the Shadow Realm to help me hate myself just a little bit deeper. I don't like it. Could be worse, but I hate it. Everyone does. No one records a message on their their telephone and thinks, man, that's just such a great speaking voice. Fuck it. God damn, I sound good. Man, I'm gonna listen to myself on the answering machine just a couple times over. Just because. I mean, there are people like that. There are people that like the sound of their own voice. Usually the ones that talk too much. There was not anything worthwhile in this shipwreck, by the way. If any of you aren't Sea of Thieves enthusiasts like me and you don't know, there was absolutely nothing worthwhile in here, hardly. Fucking bare bones. We have a really long sail ahead of us though, because I'm going to go fishing on a little spot called Sailor's Bounty. So we got a pretty decent portion of sailing ahead of us. Cold spicy wings in Skidstream. Pretty nice night. Yeah, I've got some Florida's Natural and part of a Hershey's bar. Where's that Reaper's chest? If any of you don't know what the Reaper's chest is, that's right, I might go up in there and see what that is. The Reaper's chest is that giant nipple tassel that's like going skyward. And for me, being a shipwreck scavenger, it's a really good way to track down shipwrecks. Because that's always going to be on one. Unless it's Fort of the Damned, which there wouldn't be a beacon. My voice sounds like Caleb from Blood. I've got no idea what that is. Sometimes I sound like the postal dude. Oh, what's the fucking postal? Sign this petition or I'll kill your dog. That guy? The one with the trench coat? Fuck. I remember playing Postal. If the weeaboo says you're cute, you have something going for you. Skid, have you gotten those butt plugs in yet, or you think of doing Valentine butt plugs? No, we haven't got the shipment in yet. I imagine it's just like sitting on some freighter ship out in the harbor somewhere. Or maybe it's like falling off of the freighter ship and there's just some Skid brand butt plugs floating around the Atlantic Ocean somewhere, who knows? It'd be one of those stories you read about when you're like older, like in 20, 30 years. A shipping freighter. A shipping container containing exactly 2.5 metric tons of Ornstein butt plugs was found in a cave off of Rhodesia. How is it like in landlocked Rhodesia? We have no idea. Had equals good. Well, I think what Toon is trying to say is he's going out with Rosie Palmer and her 5 sisters. Yeah, just a little bit of chilled out sailing with the Skid Man tonight. I just got 1,000 shekels for playing the game. Yeah, I've got nearly 6 million gold, and that's because I'm saving up. Z wants me to get... There are these sails called the Dark Adventure sails. They've got this nice chevron on the bottom of them so you can see better. And it doesn't really make that big of a difference on a sloop, but on like a galleon, the difference is really big. You can actually sit up on the captain's wheel and see where you're going. And that's kind of nice. I've seen the video. I'm glad that you've seen my For Honor highlights. Can I hit the funny red barrel? I can! Oh, that's usually what Z does. Call me Quick Draw McGraw. Dead Shot McAsscrack. It's too accurate. We're gonna have to nerf the flintlock just on account of me. Let's take a look at our figurehead. Oh yeah. Now that is pure sexual energy. My pirate just got a mouthful of seawater. Now that is what I call sex. I don't want to sail too close to that skelly galley. He might get mad at me. They'll be jealous that all of you are sailing with me and they're not. Take their aggression out on me. Co-worker sent a picture of me. A picture of he and his girlfriend every at work wishing happy Valentine to everyone. I've never saw so much rage. That's really like sort of a, like a kind of like a backhanded compliment type thing, isn't it? That's like knowing that someone doesn't have a whole lot of family to celebrate Merry, like Christmas with, is sending them a picture of you and all of your family cutting a ham, all smiling and having a good time, like happy holidays, knowing that he's sitting at his house by himself with like a TV dinner. There was one firework, it was all worth it. I've got so many Reaper's chests. Sometimes the best way to start up an adventure on the Sea of Thieves is to just like look where the Reaper's beacon is and just sail towards it. Because you never know what you're going to get up into while you're sailing. That's what me and my friends do. We don't even put down voyages or go after people. If we see people we will, but we'll just sail towards the Reaper's chest and typically we get in all kinds of shenanigans on the way. The Dark Souls of butt plugs. Yeah, they're they're fucking, they're shaped like Smo's head, or just Smo's helmet. That's probably a regular sloop, so I should probably watch my tits. Let's see. Where did that fucking shitter go? Unless I'm just losing all of my marbles. Any skelly captains here? I see regular skeletons. The reason I check these small islands for skeletons is because sometimes they'll have a skelly captain, and they have like a little envelope shoved up their butt, and it'll have like hidden treasure on the island, and it has a pretty good chance of being cursed treasure, which I need. I need the chests of sorrow. And besides, this and shipwrecks are the two fastest ways to get them. And speaking of which, there's a shipwreck. We're in the money, baby. Yeah, it's a regular sloop. Hopefully they're not lonely wild neckbeards looking to take out their sexual frustration on someone. But they probably are. Nope, all regular skeletons. You can always tell if there's a captain because they'll have a really big hat. Sure sign. Sends family photo to an orphan. I got hot Valentines in Mass Effect. Her name is Miranda and she has a dumpy. Oh yeah, dude, I had a really hot date earlier. Name's Lydia. You probably wouldn't know about her though. Have a good time, everyone. Well, if you're on your way out of here, see a survivor. Or remind everyone to take care of their wrists, carpal tunnel blows. Yeah, make sure you have some good leverage when you're yerking your gherkin. Make sure you've got some really good, like a good leverage point, maybe like a wrist brace. Maybe put some like, you know, some cream, some icy hot on it beforehand. You know, just be really sure that you're really nice and limber before you start bobbing your baloney. Wouldn't want to get a carpal tunnel injury. Wouldn't that be something to explain to a doctor? So how'd you injure your wrist? Well, I was watching this streamer and I thought his voice was really nice. I don't like where this is going. Well, in here. Ooh. That sloop's either making a beeline towards us or heading directly away. That appears to be a player galley, which is beelining towards us. So we're gonna have to be quick about this, plus the storm's trying to close in. It's weird, the anchor ball is actually in my inventory. Usually anchor balls and curse balls don't pop up right there, even if your cannonball supply is empty. It's weird. I guess the best way to describe what I look like at the moment, have you ever seen the depressed Keanu picture where like he's sitting on a bench with like a fruit smoothie and a biscuit or something, and he looks really down and out? That's pretty much what I look like right now. I've let my hair and my beard grow out because it's quote-unquote wintertime, which means it's like 50 degrees. If you didn't know anything, some 50 degrees instantly kills Florida men. Like as soon as the air makes contact with our skin, we shrivel up and die. So, gotta be really careful about that. Crybaby chest, the only cursed chest I remember. There's the crybaby chest, there's the chest of rage, and the grog chest. Looks like the sloop has stopped, and I've actually lost sight of the player galleon. That's not good. Maybe it was the player galleon. Maybe maybe it wasn't one of those. Maybe it was just a regular old skelly galley that's not gonna sail across the map to try and sink me or spawn camp me. Make me cry live on cam. Throw that in there. Ooh. Man, that has floated really far away. I'll just make the swim. Need the cardiovascular. I'm in constant pain. Well, that's what you get for jerking off too vigorously. Are you kidding me? One terrible skull and a couple of odds and ends merchant items. Yeah, I got like... There's a lot of food in here though. Maybe there's like a soul black cloud wrecker that would make this all worth it. Black cloud wreckers are the rarest fish on the Sea of Thieves. And if I were to find one of those, I'd be quite the happy camper. I probably won't though. Probably won't. I'm just gonna take that as a sign that there's absolutely nothing in there. Ooh. Dude wants some love no matter where it's coming from. Grinder's always busy on Valentine's Day. Oh, is that Gura chasing me? I know I heard one. There it is. Maybe next time. Oh, we gotta move. We gotta go. Storm's rolling in. Actually, hold on. This is a good opportunity to catch some black cloud wreckers. Where are those birds at? Right there. Black cloud wreckers will only bite on a shipwreck during a storm, so this is a good opportunity. It's another ASMR intrigue nurse. We gotta pull a little bit closer. Alright, drop the sail a bit. Okay, slap the anchor. Okay. Does angry chest set fire to the boat? It does. Or at least it likes to, but you can deny it that pretty easily. Oh, there's absolutely no worms on here, you kidding me? Not a single earthworm, not a single wiggle worm on this entire ship. I always grab a handful just in case this happens. Fuck, alright. Maybe I can find some. Come on, just like one, just at least one worm. Anything, any worm. Maybe like in the food barrel? Oh, shit. there's gotta be at least one in here, right? Somewhere. Hairy man, like, frantically searches for worms on a sunken ship. Man, this guy sucks so bad if there's not any. It's not looking like it, though. Nope. No worms. Fuck, this would have been such a good opportunity. That's how rare these are, by the way. The fact that I, like, completely U-turned should tell you how rare catching these fish are. I would fucking do something like this just for the opportunity to maybe catch one. You know, fuck, I'm gonna take the ruby up with me. I just know a shark's gonna bite me, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat something. Isn't that depressing? You've always been my Valentine. No, it's Bloodborne, Sea of Coom. Bloodborne with cheats enabled. It's a Skyrim mod, Subnautica plus Bloodborne. I hope you all have some liquid. You gotta stay hydrated. And not a single worm. I always have them on me. Like, every time I take off from an outpost, I make a point to grab some just in case I get really lucky like this. Is there an island close enough I can fire off to it? Crooked Mast, maybe. Let's see. I don't think Crooked Mast has very much in the way of, like, dirt that I could dig worms off of. What kind of worms are we talking about? Earthworms. So, there's these things called black cloud wreckers. They only bite on shipwrecks during storms, and they take earthworms. That's what you have to have. You have to throw earthworms into the water with your fishing pole to catch them. I did not pick any up because I didn't expect to get so lucky as to find a shipwreck during a storm. And so I'm like desperately trying to like get even a single earthworm to have the opportunity to catch one. And I'm not talking about like butt worms or anything like that. I'm not talking about your one-eyed willy worm. I'm talking about like earthworms, the kind you pull out of the ground. I've got liquid tonight. I've got orange juice. I've got orange juice and a chocolate bar for a sugar rush if I need it. Skid should fight the Kraken now. Yeah, just fist fight the Kraken, mano a mano. It's good to know that there are parasitic worms that can climb up your cock. I did, they're in the Amazon, right? I remember watching that River Monsters episode. I'd like to know, like, how they got some, like, indigenous guy Like, alright, so we need to go, like, act like you're taking a whiz down there at the river. And, while you're down there, we need to freak out like something just swam right up your pee hole. And he's like, okay. Like, this is all sand. There's no dirt. You have to have dirt to... Oh, that's great. I lagged into a rock. Oh, that's why. Yeah, grubs are useless. I've also gotta fight fucking specters. Yeah, there's like no dirt on this island whatsoever. It's all sand, every last bit of it. Can't dig there. Maybe right here? No dice. Maybe in here? Come on. Come on, like just one. That's all I ask, is just one earthworm. I'm begging you, Sea of Thieves, come on. I'm gonna get fucking bitten by a snake. We'll check the barrels. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Maybe like back in here. Grubs? Man. This sucks. This is heart-wrenching. This is tearing my soul out of my body. Yeah, no. This island's all sand. No dirt. Not a single bit of actual dirt to speak of. Oh well. I tried. I did. I only need 10 of those fish. So even like one earthworm would have been enough. I mean, like, I don't see any reason why I couldn't just jump into the water and start fist fighting the fish. Like, just start throwing hands with every aquatic life form I've run into. The game apparently does not agree with that strategy, so... The wheel's not acting weird. It's unusual. We're gonna try and still add this storm. If I can't catch any fish, I must sit here. Oh, Zeus also decided to kick me while I'm down. I guess there's just like an eternal flame burning underneath my ship. That's one thing I've learned life is really good at doing, is kicking you while you're down. But unfortunately for life, I keep on getting back up. To counteract the PP worms, you must wave your willy while you piss. Just turn on like the sprinkler setting. Or like those really old like octopus water sprinklers they would people would buy back in the early 2000s. I don't know if any of you had any of those. Like, I'm only 23, but I know some of you are younger than me. Matter of fact, a lot of you are younger than me. But when I was a kid, they had these things, and they were like these little, like, half-spherical water sprinklers. And, they... Fucking, I got a hole down here somewhere. And they had a bunch of, like, little plastic tubes that came out the sides, and it would spray water everywhere. But the problem was, like, as a little kid, your first instinct is, of course, to jump over the little, like, octopus thing. And as it was, like, waving its arms around blasting water, if you were to jump and it would, like, catch your foot, it was, like, one of the worst pains a human being can experience as a young child. Like, right there with getting, like, a razor scooter swing around hitting you mid-shin. Like, it's on par with that. Stubbing your toe. The water sprinkler. Skid, you must sing a song to Sea of Thieves to get worms. Nah, the Sea of Thieves is a cruel mistress. She doesn't like my singing voice. She does not encourage my artistic pursuits. So we're gonna be heading towards that thing again. That's a fucking shame. I think I've got a second here. So in terms of fishing, I'm like one of the best ones on the Sea of Thieves. I've caught every variety of all of these fish 50 times and all of the rarest one 10 times. And the only ones I lack are... these. I need 9 more Black Cloud Wreckers. And I need 6 more of the rarest Battle Kill. And I'll be done. That'll be it. I'll get a title called Legendary Master Hunter of the Sea of Thieves. And I can walk around flexing that and get tons of women on my wiener. Women, femboys, grown hairy men alike, they will all bow to me because they'll know that I'm the fucking Master Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves. And if any of you haven't been on Sea of Thieves recently and you actually play this, this is what's happening to a lot of the islands. They're getting covered in this nasty poo mist. Look what they did to my beautiful shipwreck bay. This is my crew's base of operations when shit goes haywire. Like this is our hideaway. If shit goes completely awry. Oop, I see a rock. We gotta navigate this, but it's like driving through pea soup. So far, the islands that I know that are covered in this green poo mist are Crescent Isle, Golden Sands Outpost, Devil's Ridge, and Shipwreck Bay. I don't know if any other ones look like that. It's rare trying to hype up their next big event that's coming out in like 4 weeks. I'm excited for it though. It's gonna have a lot of story content. That's really the best thing Sea of Thieves has, is its story contage.
Well, ships may come and ships may go as long as the seas do roll. And a sailor lad just like his dad, he loves the flowing bowl. A woman that's sure he does adore a girl who's plump and round. When his money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down.
Not another ship in sight. Until I crest this wave and see a grade 5 Reaper galleon barreling towards me with the wind. Imagine getting spit roasted by Zeus and Poseidon. I demand feet.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning.
That's a really good fishing spot right there, as a matter of fact. That little island right there. Yeah, that's it. That's an uncharted island called K9 because it's located on the square K9. There's also a dog on it. And it's one of the best places to fish in the game because no enemies spawn. And you can just sit there and vibe. No enemies will spawn. People don't have any reason to go there except for tall tales, which they're not likely to be doing. And so you can just get yourself a supply crate for a tackle box, sink your ship, and just sit there and vibe and fish for however long you want. The storm regularly passes over it, so you can get some stormfish in the process. That's usually where me and my crew go to fish if we need to grind out some XP just to finish off someone's battle pass. Mr. Streamer Man, fight people. How about you kiss me on the mouth, Z? Why are the islands poo misting? We don't know yet. It's got something to do with Flameheart, because Flameheart has vacated the Sea of Thieves. There is no more Flameheart World event right now. You can still get his commendations by doing the Order of Souls thing, but Flameheart himself won't be in the sky anymore. So Flameheart's gone. There's nothing decent in those barrels. That was close. Yeah, Flameheart's gone, and some of the islands are covered in that, like, really nasty mist. And they're finally gonna be bringing in Belle. Belle is a character that's been in, like, that was in the game's concept art, and has been, like, I think in their merchandise, but has never actually 100% been in the game before. Until now. She's finally going to be a part of the story. I can't talk about what else is going to be in it because of NDA on the insider stuff, but it's gonna be pretty crunk. Beef Magnum. That's me. Beef Magnum, the Wet Man, Little Moist, Skin Tonic, Skid. Skid Marks 126. Oh, Skid, I'll let Max join you. Shit has happened, I'm not in any mood to play. Sorry to hear about that, Z. Hope you feel better later. Does Skid have a Discord server? I do. Yeah, thank you for the link, Strider. Well, thank you for posting a link, Strider. Name of server? It's just Skid's Discord. Easy peasy. That server's actually like 4 or 5 years old now. It's crazy to think about. It's got so much history. So much has gone down that server over the years. It's changed a lot too. We've got a pretty good thing going in that server now though. It's really chilled out. It's just a nice place to hang out. You think Rare has a man watching your channel ready to snitch? You'd be surprised. All it takes is me saying one thing, and when one person that doesn't like me, some like die-hard critical fan watching. By the way, I just got lagged off the front of my ship. I don't know if any of you saw that. I walked forward and it jumped me forward about 3 steps. Anyways, there'd be like some die-hard critical fan watching that's just looking to get me smoked from YouTube. And so they'd be like, oh, Rare, Mr. Joni, this streamer said that he knew about some... He said the name of a shirt that's not in the game yet. And Joni would be like, executive producer Joni here. We will eradicate his channel and use it to promote Pirate Emporium cosmetics. We will peddle our microtransaction currency on his dead channel, which we will take over. That's how that would go. Why does the link spell Among Us? You know, I wish you hadn't said that. Captain Flameheart's coming, but Captain Pooshheart's coming.
Captain Flameshart.
Time to think of some Skid lore. I'm falling asleep. Yeah, go to bed, Survivor. You came here, you had yourself a Valentine's date with the Skid Man. If any of you don't know, like if you're joining in late, that's why the ship's all decked out in actually good cosmetics for a change. Is because this is your fucking one-on-one, well, one-on like 20 date with the Skid Man. That's also why I look so dapper. I'm dressed all metrosexual and stuff. I've got my hair put up. I'm ready to rock and roll. Alright. We're gonna come up on this shipwreck, and I'm probably gonna take us over to Sailor's Bounty and show you another chilled out little fishing spot that I like. Little honey hole, as my dad would call it. They could take action over your channel over an NDA. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't want to take any risks because, like my channel's surviving by a thread as it is. I really don't want to take any chances by breaking NDA or anything. Not really looking to tango with that. YouTube's done more over less. Skid lore for Valentine's Day. If you weren't a complete dickhead, there's a chance to get Skid's left kidney. He regrows them every Skidsmas. That's right, I forgot. Connor comes in here and drops some like SCP lore about me. Oh, here. I've got a Gura firework for all of you. Check it out. Let everyone in the server know where I am. Ah. If there was any chance of me being stealthy and not being, you know, being seen by everyone, There went the only chance of that. The Hellborn Mermaid. All my Discord servers are really edgy bullshit, so I'm worried about Skid's Discord. Getting Skid's Discord in trouble if I talk too much. My server's just a pretty chilled out place. I really like that it's not super duper edgy, but it's not like what... It's kind of got its own like identity, it kind of regulates itself. People that don't like fit with the sort of vibe we have going on typically don't stay very long. I used to be really excited when I saw these. I think my boy Max still needs them, so I'm gonna bring this chest up in case he joins me. Here we go. Where's me ship? Shork. All my Discord servers are really edgy bullshit. I've already read that. I mean, you can always come in there and fucking just say hi, Luca. I mean, you know, like, if it's too much to ask, like, I understand, but you can always come by and just say hey to old Papa Skin. You guys don't have to be super active, you know, tier 5 Patreon members just to stop in and say hey. It means more than you think when I see people come back after a long time and just say hey. It means they remembered me. But if not, yeah, it's cool, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Skid, you strike me as a man who knows some bad pickup lines. I know a few, but typically they're just like stuff I come up with on the spot. It's a good thing that I'm so cute, because I cannot flirt very well. It typically ends up with me bumbling through whatever words fall out of my mouth, and the chick just going like, alright, just shut up, come on, let's go. I'm like, alright, yeah, aced it. And then like after the fact, she's like, you know, you were the worst small talker I've ever seen. Like I'm so used to covering all of my bases in conversation. Anytime I'm like leaving anything to chance, trying to flirt, I'm just so bad at it. Like if I was talking to some chick at the bar, I'd like try to compliment her. Cause I don't really talk, like I'm not very nice. I'm not a very nice person. You know, I kinda just am me. And so when I'm actually trying to compliment someone, it's hard for me to. So like if there's a chick and I'm trying to be nice, I'm like, hey, you know, you got some nice shoes. I also, I wear shoes too. I don't, you know, I don't think my, like, I don't know if you know if my shoes are really nice, but you've got some nice shoes on your feet. Like, I don't like feet. Like, I'm not saying that I'm into feet or anything like that. Just you got some, you know, your hair's like, I like how you did your hair too. That's, you know, it's really cool. You know, like, you know, isn't it weird how hair works? Like, it's filamentous biomaterial. Is that fucking weird? And then, you know, it's just, and it just devolves into the chick just eventually just being like, alright, you know, shut up. Like, you're cute, but shut up. Let's just go. She's like, alright, come back after I've had like 3 drinks and then talk to me again. I'm not, you know, I got like the atypical, if you were a booker, I'd pick you, I guess. Not a skelly or skelly captain in sight, completely barren. Now that is depressing. The only way to get into the after party stream where things get loot is if you profess your love for Jim Croce, Johnny Silverhand, and Macho Man Randy Savage. It's true. Skid has his own shop in Russia where he sells merchandise ranging from skid compasses, skid mugs, skid flavored cocaine, skid cock rings. Another Valentine's Day punishing myself with the PS4. Shack. I don't think he'd be much worse than Astolfo. Yeah, I mean, like, if Astolfo can, like, walk the line between what's allowed and what's not allowed, I'm sure you would have no problem. There's Smuggler's Bay, so Sailor's Bounty is right there. And we're gonna be sailing into the Shroud. So that means no one will see us heading into it. Alright, see you, Survivor, have a good night, sweet dreams, yeah, all that good stuff. sure hope you don't dream about, like, getting eaten alive by ants or anything like that. That sure would suck. Man, just try not to think too much about, you know, getting eaten alive by ants before you go to sleep. That'd be a shame if you dreamt about getting eaten alive by ants. Because being eaten alive by ants is a pretty bad thing to dream about. Wouldn't want that. Awkward, nervous femboy trucker trying to pick up women. Normal conversation to me. Well, like, if I'm just talking to a chick, like, just regularly, like I have no romantic interest, which I typically don't. I can't think of the last time I got butterflies or felt the spark for another person. But, yeah, if, like, I'm just talking to him, it's no big deal. But the second I actually, like, try to outwardly be friendly, forget about it. Fall to pieces. You guys think that I can speak, like I'm a really good speaker on stream? Forget about it. Skiz like the exact opposite of a femboy. You see, saying that Strider just like emboldens them to try and make me into a femboy, so don't encourage it. I think Z once told me that he thought I could be one if I wanted to be, but like I don't know what that means. I think he's just calling me gay. It's just a roundabout way to insult me. Crappity crap. Nothing but pure crapola. Oh, there's like a skeleton right there. Another skeleton, but no captains. We've not seen a single skelly captain on any of these islands so far. It's making me the big depresso espresso. That Stolfo fella sounds like quite the funny man. He's definitely funny, but probably not in the way that you think. You heard the man. You'll be eaten alive by ants too, yeah. Reminds me of a dream where I got into a car and got swarmed by hornets. I'm probably gonna hit a keg. Yep, there's a keg in there, get ready. Oh, there were two kegs in there. I looked down to read my chat, and Sea of Thieves punished me. Alright, I got one hole patched. Sea of Thieves said shitting on you and your chat. You're getting sunk. I gotta run into anything? I don't think so. That's hella unlucky. I went to read my chat because I'm hosting... I'm like bringing a new crowd to this game, as a matter of fact. I am promoting this game on Valentine's Day. You know how many people are gonna have like they're gonna imprint on this game, like they're gonna remember the feelings they had for me while I was playing this, and they're gonna want to play this. I'm helping the game out financially, helping build its community, and it tries to strike me down. Joneat himself tried to hit the kill switch. I was reading about Michael Jordan hopping into a car and getting swarmed by bees. How could I not be enthralled by that? Alright boys, and probably no girls, but maybe some boys that look like girls. This is Sailor's Bounty. This freaky deaky little island is where our tall tale takes place, and that's literally pretty much the only reason anyone ever comes up this way. It's really far out of the way. And so it's a really great place to fish. Over there north of Smuggler's Bay is also really good. I like Sailor's Bounty because it looks prettier. And so what you do is you get yourself a sloop. You bring it right up here. I just hit my fucking glasses. Drop. And boom, baby. No one can see you. Your mast will, like, the very tip of it is like up on par with where the trees are, but you can't really differentiate between the mast and the trees when you're on, like, when you're out in the open ocean. Plus, people don't spawn on golden sands anymore because the island's dead. It's been abandoned. So there's not going to be anyone spawning over there on golden sands or anything like that, so the likelihood of anyone seeing is pretty low. Now, if they see you sail up here, they might follow you out of pure curiosity. I know I would. That's probably not gonna happen. Skid, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage? I really don't drink a whole lot of beer. Or any kind of alcohol, really. If I do drink, I like ciders, mixed drinks. Typically, I just tell the bartender to get me whatever they like, and I end up with some like crazy modern art masterpiece. I like Fireball whiskey. I like vodka mixed with this stuff called Sundrop. It's a little soda. It's kind of like Mountain Dew. It's really hard to find down here, though. I normally have to go. I have to go a little farther north to get a hold of it because it's not as popular. It's not as popular in the deep south. It is, like, I think towards up like Virginia and stuff. Probably Tennessee. But vodka and Sundrop, you know, Jack and Coke, that kind of stuff. But that's typically if I go somewhere like a bar, I just tell the bartender, just give me what you like. I'm up for anything. I want to try something new. And I go in there for a drink and I end up with some like crazy like art piece. Looks like something that belongs to like a high school art gallery. Like a high school student's interpretation of the alcohol their father drinks when he beats him or something. It's just always some crazy concoction. It's always good, but it's always just like this crazy thing I didn't really expect. I had dreams of my sister's father running at me with a butcher knife wearing an apron. He's a pothead, never worked in a butcher shop. Wouldn't the opposite of a femboy just be a hyper-masculine woman? It was the polite way of saying Asians are born with the chops being ladyboys. No, thank you. I'm not sure I've ever played Sea of Thieves. What's special about the captain? The captains drop these little envelopes, like they've tried to stash it up their butt to cross over the border. And the envelopes will always have some orders on them with, like, this island's got the super rare chest of Neptune's left nipple. And, I need those. Well, if you ever do come to this island to fish like I am right now, this Sailor's Bounty, do not jump down here. That is a death. You might as well have just jumped into the Sarlacc. Because that leads down to some tunnels that are booby-trapped. Heavily booby-trapped. If you're new to it, you will not survive it. I guarantee it. So just keep that in mind. Don't jump in the pit of death. Or do, I don't care. Fucking go crazy. Jump in there, taking like a really fat, steamy dump in the middle of the Sarlacc pit. And then like send a picture of it to Joe Neat on Twitter. My allergies have gotten quite bad. Mine usually don't start up until like, March. That's when my shit starts going haywire. These are also what I was looking for earlier. Earthworms. Skid lore. Every year Skid enters an annual fishing trip. Last time he caught the corpse of John Lennon. All beer is piss water, and those who drink it have no taste. Got back into this game in time for them to remove my favorite rambling old man in the sky that talks smack. Neptune's left nipple's a pretty great treasure. Course is delicious. Joe Neat strikes me as a man who's taken a human life. You know what I want you to do? I want you to go on Twitter. His name is Joe Neat, spelled like just J-O-E, and Neat is N-E-A-T-E. I want you to @ him and tell him that. I think that would be so funny. Just imagining his face, his little British face sitting in his house, drinking tea, wrapped up in the Union Jack. Thinking, man, I've got such a wholesome community behind my game. I love being a game publisher. It's so nice. I just get to sit here and listen to people's stories, and he sees a ping on his little phone. He's like, oh, maybe this is like someone telling me a story. Like something that happened, or maybe they're like wanting to thank me for something they did in Sea of Thieves. Or something they found. But then he looks and it's a reply saying, Joni, you strike me as the type of man who's taken a human life. Slowly getting close to complete my preparation for my diabolical plan in Bloodborne. So that fish right there, that's a shit fish, you don't want those. Well, you do need them. These little fish right here are called splashtails. They're like the rock bass or bluegill. And they're the annoying panfish of the Sea of Thieves. That's the nighttime variant. Just a glow-in-the-dark turd floating through the water, that's what that is. Splashtails are the bane of every fisherman on the Sea of Thieves' existence, because you'll be trying to go for all these other exotic fish types. Like plenifin. Plenifin bite up here and they eat earthworms, which we have on the line. Hope all of you like my neon line. But, they won't bite as much because splashtails are literally everywhere, and they will bite anything, they don't care. They are the garbage compactors of the Sea of Thieves. My headphones work, what did I miss? Just me giving you an in-depth tutorial. It was very sensual, very romantic, very worthy of Valentine's Day. Look at that little skelly sloop. If I had Z with me, I'd set sail out there after that. As a beer drinker, your opinion on alcohol isn't valid. I don't drink liquor. I don't drink to get drunk. I drink beer because it's good. It's okay to have bad taste. And people that enjoy beer for the taste are welcome to that. Like, if you, I'm not saying that all beer tastes like piss, but I suspect people that enjoy the taste of beer also into waterworks, which I would not be shocked if Micah was. That would be pretty on point. Yeah, this is like, I was trying to think of, I was like, trying to think of what I could do for a Valentine's Day stream for all of you that don't have a Valentine or anything. Or, you know, maybe you want to turn into a threesome, maybe you want like some hairy, sad-sounding Florida man on Valentine's Day in the mix. I thought, what's the best way a Florida man could show his love for someone? What would a real Florida man do? And the first thing I thought of, I was gonna play the KFC dating simulator. Then I thought, it's not quite, that's, you know, the Kentucky Colonel, that's not quite right. And, so I decided that I would, do some fishing. Not finboy fishing, just regular fishing. Every time I go fishing in this game, someone has to say it. This is not finboy fishing. I'm a manly man, a man's man, and I will not be told otherwise. Take this. I always put the fish in a separate barrel. I don't know why. An ugly sunrise. Typically, I actually turn the ship around to the... You know, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna turn the ship around so we can look at the sunrise. And then the sun will be setting on our back. That'll look way prettier. They also bite on nothing, which may lead me to believe the splashtails are masochists. Glowing turd in the sea. Reminds me of the time I ate a nerd root that made my shit glow for 2 weeks. Skyrim fans understand. Did your turds also scream at you when they were released? I imagine like eating a nerd root would just cause your guts to actually ring for a while. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. I mean, like it's not too out of pocket for fish to bite on nothing. Because if any of you don't know, I actually like fishing in real life. I used to be a really avid fisher. And there was once I ran out of bait. Because I was at this pond that one of my friends... It was my friend's buddy's pond, and we went down there. And we were throwing bread because the fish were fed bread. And so that you would just tear them out of the water. Just all day long, you'd catch fish after fish after fish, and it was really fun. You can also catch these isle hoppers. You'll see what these are when I catch it. But I ran out of bread finally. And so I thought, oh, let's just see if I can, like, these fish are basically biting anything. Let's see what I can do. So I had some Wrigley's gum in my pocket. Wrigley's is the gum that has the really shiny aluminum foil wrapper. I wrapped it around the top of my fishing hook and tossed it in the water and pulled it through with a split shot sinker and all this other crap. And I actually caught a bluegill on it. First cast, I threw it out. It got about 10 feet from where I was standing, and this really nice big bluegill with an orange belly darted out and bit it. Which proved to me that fish are immensely stupid, which I had already suspected. At least the little fish are, because the big fish don't do that. They didn't get that big by being stupid. But little fish are incredibly dumb. There's no thoughts behind their eyes. I caught them on a lot of other stuff too after that. Like I went through my tackle box and got some of my dad's old lures. I was catching them on like a bunch of his old trout lures and stuff, and it was pretty cool. Stuff that's not meant to catch bluegill. Skelly ship's just sitting out there waiting on me to leave. It's incredibly polite. Said build in Bloodborne is basically complete, just missing a ton of the blueberry juice. Did you answer my question of what your favorite alcoholic beverage is? I did. Buddy of mine lost his virginity to one of your videos. Are you kidding me? Which video and why? Like, that has to be the most unromantic thing of all time. Like, most of my videos have, like, burping, sneezing, farting, shitting sound effects coming out of my mouth. Me talking about, like, slapping someone's nipples right off of them. I mean, I cannot imagine that's, like, the romantic setting. Like, so, like, you turn on, like, some smooth jazz, some Kenny G or something. Dim the lights, shut the blinds, and yeah, I can see, yeah. Got that. Maybe like you and your, significant other both play the KFC dating simulator together, get a little hot and bothered. I get that, but one of my videos? No. That doesn't make any sense. Can't be. Because I mean, like, just imagine if you were initiating the coitus and you two were getting it on, and she was like holding in a fart really hard, but then she hears me say something along the lines of like, I just squirted liquid shit out of my fingertips, and she laughs and releases the fart, like mid-thrust, so it gets pressed up against you, which causes the sound to be amplified. Like, I don't know. I can't see it. Take a second to read the chat. Oh, all of you in the chat that have just joined recently also like the drip dressed up special just for this. I typically look way more like a hobo. Skid's the most handsome man I know. Fish aren't dumb, don't you know the rappers are the best part? I mean, maybe they know something I don't, something you clearly know. Like, I don't know, but for, like, I guess it's just society once again pressing its norms upon me. Don't eat the metal wrappers, Skid. I should have known. I should have known all along they were fooling me. You know what, I'm gonna go out and buy some bubblegum tomorrow and I'm gonna eat all of it. Like, just the whole thing, the cardboard box, the bubblegum, the wrappers, the whole thing. I'm gonna do it right in front of a police officer. Just show him that he can't control me. That's a big boy. Take the jib sail down, boys. Take the jib sail down. Got this ship around, boys, before we run aground. The fish are biting today, boys. Fish are biting today. I'm gonna lay in my bunk and get drunk as a skunk cause the fish are biting today. But there's 6-foot waves and my stomach craves some good old Antigua rum. I put some away for a rainy day, and the rain she's starting to come now. The trophy fish, honestly, they take so long to reel in. If you're doing something that's really time sensitive, so say like you're trying to catch like black cloud wreckers, right? So if you're on a shipwreck in a storm, it's actually better to cut your line and not catch the trophy black cloud wrecker, and try and catch like 3 smaller ones in the time it takes to catch the trophy. Now you'll make more money off the trophy, but if you're trying to go after the commendations like I am, it's not worth to catch the trophies. At least not if it's time sensitive. Like if you can only catch the certain fish you're after, like at night, and daytime's about to break, it might be best just to cut off the trophy. Pinch it off like a wriggly turd. Come on, you big bitch. Gotcha. Toast is incredibly young. 9 years away from legally drinking beer. We got ourselves a baby, and the chat people tell me I'm a baby. We got ourselves a young man. I feel like I should be giving him a quarter to get bubblegum at the grocery store. I'm out of worms. That's fucking incredible, Strider. It's crazy to think that if like they hadn't used proper protection, someone may have actually been created. A little light walking around this planet, a soul was, like, made. Consummated. One of my YouTube videos. What a time to be alive. But there's an autumn wind, and the lights are dim like a good fresh Cuban cigar. I got me a hunch where there might be a bunch in the Capitan's pickle jar. The wrapper's the best, nothing gets the metallic flavor and dust of the gum residue together. How's the sea thieving? It's going pretty good. We've been sailing around. I'm taking everyone on like a 20-some person date across the Sea of Thieves. I got all nice and dressed up for it. I'm just telling stories, singing my shanties really badly, talking to everyone. I'm glad you like the shanties, by the way, Wolf. Guessing Weight Watchers. I never understood how people say Worcestershire sauce correctly. Oh, Skid, I'm sad about the DS3 servers because I made a character that would have put a smile on your face just before they went down. Imagine finding out years down the line you were conceived of a video called Weight Watchers while laying down a 20-year-old couch. I don't know what my mom and dad were doing, like that led to me being made, but I could tell you exactly the building that I was made in because my dad does. And he did. Every time we would pass it, he would always be like, "Hey, guess what? That's where you were made." I'm like, I know. I know, Dad. You've told me. I almost forgot about it. But my dad would never stop telling me every time we would pass it. Skid Lord, every Valentine's Day since 2014, Skid has been shaving off his massive pubic hair braids for Valentine's as a ritualistic sacrifice. I have absolutely nothing will get me to remove my pubic braids. I've been thinking about trimming my beard down, but my beard's getting a little long. They fucked on a couch that was older than them. Big Cow's asking the real questions. But is the couch clean? Is it still crunchy? Are there leftovers? I feel kind of bad that Z didn't get to come and join me. Hope he's doing alright. I'll have to message him after this is over. The only sort of ritualistic thing I really do is that I always wear socks when I play video games. Because that means no matter what I say, it's not gay. Go through here. Oop. They did in fact clean the couch. Skid definitely owns the casting couch. Cool fact, my parents were considering aborting me as my mother discovered my existence as she went to get her tubes tied. Accident King, rise up. Yeah, I mean, mine was the same way. I know when my dad would get really angry, he would make it very clear that I wasn't supposed to happen. And when I was a little kid, that kind of gets to you when your dad gets mad at you and says something like, "You weren't supposed to happen." You know, that kind of messes with you as a little kid. I remember my grandpa found out about it. My grandpa told me something that made me feel better about it. My grandpa told me, I think it was like, if every single kid on the planet was a planned one, we'd have a lot fewer people. I guess he would know because he had like 6 kids. That's what got my head sorted out on that. I was not supposed to happen. Really terrible mistake, honestly. Big ass mistake on my parents' part. They had no idea what they were getting into. Considering it was near my bed, made them. My ear lost 50% of its soul just now. A Dark Souls player that wears socks. A likely story. I do it. I gotta don the thigh highs every time I start gaming. It's I don't know, it's just like a weird, like, ritualistic thing. Like, whenever I play games, I don't care if it's like 110 degrees outside, if the AC's out. I'll, like, pull up a window, I'll be in my boxers, but I'm still gonna have, like, ankle-length socks on, at the very least, whenever I play video games. It's something that just, like, bothers me. I don't know why. I can't do it. I can't game without socks on. Oh, got another plinifin. These plinifin are actually... the rarest version of these are albino. They're called a bone dust plinifin. And I caught my very last one of those completely by accident, because most of the time what we do is whenever we need like a really rare fish, we will sail directly up here. Or just anywhere that we need to go for, like, if we need like some rare version of isle hoppers, we'll sail there. We'll go there and we'll catch them. We'll sit down, get it done. Same thing with plinifin. And we got all the way up to 9 out of 10 of the plinifin that I needed for the commendation. And, but we gave up because we couldn't get another one. It was getting late, so we just decided to call it. So we did, we called it. And then a couple of days later, I was doing some of my Sea of Thieves hobo adventures. Where I just, like, I find some random rowboat, and I'll just, like, go around the sea. I'll just, like, rowboat my way across the sea, visiting all the small islands, seeing if I can find skelly captains. Sometimes if I can see, if players spot me, I'll stop and, like, sail, like, rowboat over to them and see what kind of shenanigans I can get into. But, I was doing that. I stopped on Sanctuary Outpost. I was actually fishing out of necessity. Because I needed food really badly. I needed food that was cooked. So I was fishing for my food and I caught a my very last bone dust plinifin off the docks of Sanctuary Outpost while I was doing my rowboat stuff. And since I have like I've got like a map of the Sea of Thieves imprinted on my brain, like right there on the hippocampus, there's like a printed, like whenever you use like, whenever you use that like silly putty to take the writing off of newspaper, it looks like that on the top of my brain, but it's a map of the Sea of Thieves. And so I immediately went from Sanctuary Outpost over to the Sea Post because I knew where it was, and sold it. Got my last one. Come on, bitch. Everybody's sharing their stories. No matter what your story is, or if you got told, you got, like, talked down by your parents because, or parent because of being an accident. I'm glad you're all here with me either way. So, big thumbs up. I'm sure that means a ton. We early December people are usually Valentine's Day sex. My B-day is May 2nd. Apparently my parents really enjoyed getting frisky at one particular time of the year. There was just like an anointed hour, I guess. Because my siblings' birthdays, I'm May 2nd, my brother's May 5th, and my sister's like May 20th. No, my brother's the oddball one, he's like November. Oh. And see you, Taylor, have a good night. Skid's full name, Skidly, Skide, Skidonic. Yeah, that's it. You got me. I've been keeping this secret all these years, but I've been exposed right here and right now. I've been spotted. Dennis, that got me to smile. Oh, we got ourselves a nighttime one. This thing looks like it's from Pandora. Like this fish has a direct telephone line to Awa. It's a watery plentifin, they look freaky as fuck during the daytime. Valentine's Day sex be late November? I'm no good at math, hurts my brain. Come on, you Piccadilly whore. Get in here. I've got to make sure I can catch you so I can show all of my fucking scribblers what you look like during the daytime. You see, at night they look pretty cool, right? But during the day, these things are freaky deaky. Stuff them in the bad fish barrel. We'll catch like one more, and then I'm gonna go down to another fishing spot that I know. November is the most popular birthday as most kids are conceived during Valentine's Day. Ah yes, sex hour. I personally find that many people, including me, have birthdays in May. My dogs had to cut me out because I was hanging myself with the umbilical cord. My brother was too. I think they tried like 3 different things. Like my brother first tried to come out ass first, so they had to like push him back in and turn him around, and then he was trying to like strangle himself or something. So they ended up just being like, all right, fuck it, cut her open, bust out the chainsaw. I can't even see what this is. Like, this is on my new monitor, by the way. This is on my really nice monitor that makes me able to see at night. I still can't tell what these fish are. I'm tempted to try and find you again. Go for it. Valentine's Day sex. That's like such a normal time to have a kid. Ooh. Which I don't think I'd want to have a kid either way. I'd be terrified of having a kid. Skid Skridakison II, the King of Nothing. Leader of the Empire of Dirt. I mean, you could try to find me, fucking Bob. But I wouldn't recommend it. Sea of Thieves is a really hard game to get into the same server on. I'm not really sure why. Because it's not that popular of a game. Like, it's really nothing crazy. It does not have a very, like, huge player base by any stretch of the imagination. But it's dead. Fuck if it's not impossible to find a server with one of your friends. A breach gang ass first. I'd be a terrible doctor because I'd make like some really, like the woman's pushing, trying her very best to get the child out, I'd make some joke like, you see a pair of like infantile ass cheeks, I'm like, oh dude, she grew a second vagina. Then I get fired on the spot for saying that, causing the mother to go into a state of panic. I think daddy best suits Skid. No, it does not. I'm not daddy material. I don't really like, unless I'm sailing with some of my normal crew, I don't like having random chimp events on my ship. I like it to be me, Max, Z, Midge, Meat. That's my crew at the moment. I really don't like changing it up very much. Looks like someone has spawned on Sanctuary Outpost. We're gonna stop by that little seaport right there. Hopefully, unless we just get, like, attacked by Somalian pirates on the way there, which is likely. You have to have a kid, Skid. You must not let the world be without your genes. I won't do it. I will not curse the world with Skid 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like, I think me being like the third iteration of my grandpa is enough. I think we've done enough. We got like the full trilogy. Anything more than that, it's gonna like... Anything more than just the trilogy of the Skidmen, it's just gonna fizzle out and not be quite what you want. What have we learned from Star Wars? People want Sea of Thieves to be modern Sid pirates, so it flopped. I don't really know what people expected out of Sea of Thieves. I mean, like, Sea of Thieves at launch wasn't very good. Like, I'm not gonna try and like look back with rose-tinted glasses and say that this game was a masterpiece at launch. It was very pretty, and what was in it was good, but it was launched way, way too soon. I mean, way too soon. This game had no business being launched when it did. Like, the state it's in now, yeah, it's great. If it had launched like even halfway as to what it is right now, it'd be incredibly popular. But on launch, it got such a bad rap, and first impressions are hard to break. And people's first impression, oh, it's a very pretty game, the water's very nice, but there's absolutely nothing to do with it. Because there wasn't. There was nothing to do but like run around shooting at each other, trying to sink each other. And it wasn't even, it was like a much bigger pain in the ass to sink people back then. Because you couldn't drop masts, there was no fire, there weren't curse balls. I mean, there was like so much has changed about Sea of Thieves. I was there, I played during the beta, I played during the alpha as a matter of fact, I have a sniper to prove it. But yeah. I like it. What I wanted out of Sea of Thieves, there was a game I played as a kid called Pirates of the Caribbean Online. And I basically wanted that, but with modern technology, and I got that, for the most part. I really got it now that Pirates of the Caribbean stuff's actually in the game. So I'm very happy with Sea of Thieves. I've spent a lot of time on it. I've got so many stories and memories out of this game. But I completely understand why people would get bored with it, even in its current state. It's a very open-ended adventure game. It lets you do whatever you want to do. And it's also got, like, non-negotiable PvP. Which is also really scary for a lot of people that are terrible at video games. So, I get it. Skid, another thing, he's cunt mommy material. What the fuck is a cunt mommy? Hey Max, give me your seed to clone you. That's like Bella Delphine giving out her bathwater and people thinking they had legal rights to her DNA helix, only to find that it was just regular tap water, and she had actually not. It wasn't even her bathwater. Imagine some like dude in the basement making a homunculus of Bella Delphine's DNA. You know that's the kind of stuff that would go down. A homunculoid being made out of Bella Delphine's bathwater. What a time to be alive. Skid, have you ever seen a MILF? I guess there's a lot of good-looking older women. See if I can make this. I did. What you got for sale, Fruity?
Say hello, Paul.
Damn it. This guy was actually supposed to have a parrot with him. I think he did back when they were first testing these. And so whenever you talk to them, he says, "Say hello, Paul." But there's no Paul.
Hello, I'm Peter, and this little fellow is Paul.
See, they made a joke about it, but there used to actually be a parrot there. Once upon a time. Just wanted this game to dick around with my friends. Happy hunting. I watched ship upgrading and progression, but that's not what the Sea of Thieves vision was. Storytime, Father Skid. The pride of watching something grow and improve, what you want to experience that with your son. Nope. I would not. I would not want to bring a child into the world in the current state it's in and the direction it's going. I feel like that's cruel and unusual punishment. I know I didn't ask to be here. Skid, Swift. Quickly, I must see the world events. If you can see them, good on you, because I can't. They're hidden behind, I guess it's a skelly fleet. It's hidden behind the storm. Make a skidmuncula. Love to play Sea of Thieves with friends and sing shanties, but none of them are into piratey things or sailing. Feels like a really cool game nowadays. You probably like sailing with my crew, we're all really stupid. As a matter of fact, if any of them were here, you wouldn't hear me talking in my normal voice like I am right now, because I immediately switch into Captain Wetbeard mode and it's all piratey. I have asked, it looks like we got some people off the port side, you know, just whatever. Oh, missed off the bow. Like, I can't help it, like, I'm just so used to doing my pirate voice whenever I play this. I exclusively will do my pirate voice whenever I meet other people. I never talk like this because I don't talk in my regular voice anyway when I meet people on the internet, because the first thing I say is, you sound a lot like Moist Critical. You sound a lot like Charlie. You sound a lot like Penguin Zeal. I know. I know. But then I can't say, like, whenever I meet someone, I want to introduce myself as, hey, I'm Skid. I sound like Critical. Just go through, and then they're like, oh, okay? Who's that? No, I can't win. Like, everyone that I want to introduce myself like that to nip the problem in the bud so they can't hit me with the you sound like Critical thing. But I can't do it without sounding weird or like a douche. I hate it. Hate my voice. Let's see. Yeah. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I shit and piss and come and fart, drink up, me heart is yo ho. I don't know the words to this fucking song, drink up, me heart is yo ho. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I really need to learn the words to that so I can sing along to it without just making a mockery of it. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Me and Frantic are the two shanty men though. No one else everyone else is too bashful. Frantic and I are the only two that will sing together. Frantic and I did a really good version of Whiskey Johnny one time. Of course, our signature hit the ball of Carrie Muir. 420 virgins come down from Inverness, and when the ball was over, there was 420 less. Singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall. If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. There was Dean in the parlour, there was Dean on the stones, but you couldn't hear the music for the wheezing and the groans. Singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall.
If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. Well, the undertaker, he was there wrapped up in a shroud, dangling from the chandelier and peeing on the crowd, singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall. If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. Well, Nanny McPherson was standing way up front. The voices in her hand and the carrot in her, singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall. If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. Well, the village magician, he gave us all a laugh. He pulled his foreskin over his head and he vanished up as us singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall. If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. And there's just no one on the sea nowadays. I should probably go investigate, see how far away that is. That's probably like way down beneath Ashen Reaches or something. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yep, right there. The place we're sailing, if any of you didn't know, is right here. Discovery Ridge is really good for catching honey isle hoppers. I call it the honey hole because I can catch honey isle hoppers. Oh, there's someone. It's a rarity. Another ship on the Sea of Thieves. Why is it named the poop deck? Because it's we poop on it. Farewell, Skidly Skid Skidonic the Squirt. See you tasty. That was beautiful, Skid. Oh, there's about like there's a billion different lines to the Ball of Carrymere. The village postman, the poor boy had the pox. He couldn't do the lassie, so he did the letterbox. Singing the balls to your partner, your arse against the wall. If you've never been had on a Saturday night, you've never been had at all. I can't really sing very loudly though. Because my family's trying to sleep, and if they hear me here going, balls to your partner, your arse, they're gonna be like, shut up! I get yelled at so bad if they hear me here singing the Ball of Carrymere at 11 o'clock at night. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot, drink up, me hearties, yo ho. We kidnap and ravage and loot, and don't give a hoot, drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and drink. Fuck, I already screwed it. Never mind. Pooh bar on that. I'll have to learn that on my own time. We rifle and loot, drink up, me hearties, yo ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot, drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I know like 4 words to Bones in the Ocean. Oh, as I've bid farewell to the port and the land, as I paddle away from braving England's white sands, to search for my long ago forgotten friends, to search for the place I hear all sailors in. Yeah, that. As the souls of the dead fill the space of my mind, I'll search without sleeping till peace I can find. I fear not the weather, I fear not the sea. I remember the fallen, do they think of me? But my bones in the ocean forever will be. Yeah, I know all the words to Bones in the Ocean. I know all of it. It's very verbose. Skid should be a comedic singer that shits a banger. Great song, fit for Sea's Got Talent. I know Here's Health to the Company, really like that song. I know so many shanties. Bones in the Ocean is actually one of the more verbose ones I know. But I know every word to that one. You've yet to answer why is it called the poop deck? But because we poop on it. Obviously. You dumb doo-doo head, what do you think? This given these names by accident? No. The pirates wouldn't, like, thoroughly think names out?
I imagine it's called the poop deck because birds would probably shit on it pretty extensively. Like as they're, you know, sailing. Or if they're in port, that's what would get pooped on the most. That and the mast. Oh, I hear a Gura. An Ultra Gura. And it is... It's a Hungering Queen. Ooh. It's not the albino white shark that I'm after. It's the purple one. So that's a Megalodon. I've hunted these. I could kill it by myself really easily if I wanted to. But I've killed so many of those at this point, there's no point. None of the loot that it has is worth anything to me. I don't need the commendation for killing it anymore, so... I'll be pulling in the land here in a second, and it won't be able to follow me into the shallows. Try to sing along with Skid every time. Yeah, the fucking Bones in the Ocean, I know all of that one. Poop deck is cool and all, but is there a cum deck? That's what we call the captain's quarters. The name originates from the French word for stern, lip whoop. What's on the map? Well, there's a Reaper chest to the far south. There's absolutely no world events for you to track me down with. Nobody on the map. Me and my friend once confused a shadow maw for the shrouded ghost. Worst fucking time. Yeah, the shadow maw is like no pushover as far as megalodons go. It's the second toughest and second rarest one behind the shrouded ghost. But the shrouded ghost has a 1 in 1,000 chance of being what pops up. Anytime you hear the megalodon music start up, there's a 1 in 1,000 chance they'll spawn in a shrouded ghost for you. The chances for all the rest of them are way, way higher than that. And that's why there's only a very, very small percentage of people on the Sea of Thieves that have ever... I've seen, like I sound like a crazy old sailor when I say this, I have seen a shrouded ghost. I've not killed one, but I've seen it. Me and my friend Jordan were running away for some Athena Legends back whenever the Hungering Deep stuff first came out. And we were running away from some Athena Legends back when that actually meant something. And they got Kraken and Megalodon at the same time as they were chasing us. And the Meg was a shrouded ghost. Pure white with pink eyes. We saw it pop up and we were about we both like hard anchor turn to go back and shoot it at least once so we can get the commendation. But because there was a Kraken and a Megalodon at the same time, the game has to despawn one of them. Because there can only be one at a time, you can't have multiples. You can either have a world event, you can have a Kraken, or you can have a Megalodon. You can't have all three at the same time. And so it despawned the Meg. The one shrouded ghost I've seen was despawned right in front of my eyes. And the Athena Legends blamed us for it, and they started booking it towards us. And we got away and stuff, but it looked pretty sketchy there for a little bit. A little hairy. Let's see, Bones in the Ocean. I can't, I like, if I sing Bones in the Ocean, I have to start off from the very beginning so I can remember all the lyrics. As the souls of the dead live forever in my mind. As I live out the years they all left me behind. I'll stay on the shore, but still gaze at the sea. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For our souls in the ocean together we'll be. Megalodon's just Skid's side bitch at this point. You're not wrong. I can kill any of them by myself on a sloop. Where's the chest? It's in the south. It's off of Devil's Ridge. In between Devil's Ridge and Roaring Traders. Not entirely sure I would replace my Master of Arms title with Hunter of the Shrouded Ghost if I ever got it. Yeah. It's like me, I think I'm torn between three. Like, if I would ever get Hunter of the Shrouded Ghost, I think I would get that for the flex it would be on all the other pirates. But at the same time, just straight up Legend of the Sea of Thieves, or Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves, or Collector of Treasured Tears. They're hard to choose between. Can we get a Randy Dandy? Oh, yeah, probably in a second. It's been years and the Kraken still has no body. It actually does. In the Pirate's Life Tall Tales that gave the Kraken a body, you actually fight its beaked face in one of the caves in the like the second or third one. And there's also a fully animated rigged body for the Kraken that swims around. It does have a body, you just don't see it in the world event. You probably never will. I don't think you ever will see that. I don't think they'll change it. Can you look at the map? No. I hope all of you have enjoyed date night with Skid. I hope this, for any of you that were feeling kind of cruddy about Valentine's Day, I hope this is made up for just a little bit. I decked out my ship in romantic stuff. I took you on a good fishing trip, the most romantic thing a Florida man can. A bunch of people have talked about my wiener and wing and stuff and called me a femboy, so all the marks of a good romantic Skid stream. I think I've blown kisses at a few people. Got real cute. And we've swapped some stories, had some heartfelt moments. I've done some singing, some really terrible singing. Oh. Tarm said love you. You'll love me. You love the smell of my farts. Don't fool yourself. I've enjoyed being here. What island is this? This is Discovery Ridge, in the southwest Sea of Plenty. Do goodbye me tonight, Skid. Hell yeah, waffles. It's been fun. I was ready to jack to sleep. Now I'll just go to sleep. Yo, Skid, it's been a while, but happy Valentine's Day. Hey, George, or Jorge, or whatever your name is. I never fucking have put in the time to ask you what it's supposed to be. I recognize you, though. I appreciate you stopping by on my little Sea of Thieves stream.
Arg. We got ourselves a trash fish. I hate these things with an almighty passion, but he stole me worm, and he had to pay for it. You'll burn in eternal hellfire. That me.
Jar them for me. Never had a better date. I get to eat popcorn and waffles while watching the sexiest man in the sea fish for a living.
It ain't much, but it's all this work.
I'm even dressed up too. Like, you guys will never see Wetbeard looking this metrosexual ever again. I always look like a sea hobo or like Captain Barbossa. You will never ever see my pirate looking so dapper. I like how unsettlingly everyone here is about the affection towards the Skiddler. That you guys are definitely not subtle. But I guess that's the good thing about the internet. I don't care.
Aye, he's paid for his crimes. He's atoned for being a splash tail. Now let's see if we can catch what I came here to catch.
Great date. 10 out of 10 would date again. I'm really glad the storm's not blown over this way. Which it wouldn't matter. Yeah, it's not really a Skid stream unless someone professes their undying love for me at some point. Typically you have to be like a female streamer with big old boober titums to get that kind of talk. Why be so? You should see what furries and dragons do to this slut on stream. Yeah, really. Dude, like the furries and the femboy people on the internet come in here and go like, they're on me like a hobo on a ham sandwich. And there it is, that's what we're here for. See? Not like femboys and furries flirting with me, but this fish. If it is what I think it is, this should be a honey isle-hopper. And this is the best place in the Sea of Thieves to catch these. Like this is a good fishing spot anyway, because you're in this cove where people can't see you very easily. People don't have a really good reason to be on this strait. Most of the time they stop on the next island over. The only reason people come near Discovery Ridge is for the fort, if it's active. And so if you sit in this cove, there's a really good chance you're never going to be seen by another player. This isn't near any outpost, no one's going to spawn in and see you. Most major world events don't take place over here except for, except like I said for the fort. You can catch all kinds of stuff here, but honey isle-hopper is the best. You can catch them in this cove all day. You can catch honey isle-hopper till the cows come home. There are other places on the Sea of Thieves where you can catch them, because isle-hoppers are everywhere. Each island has a different variant. Some places have the storm, some have honey, moss, the nighttime variant, the rare raven variant. But this is the best one in my opinion for honey, just because it's secluded, it's really far out of the way. So, professional fishing tips with Skid Rapala. I've also appreciated seeing so many, like, new faces on this Valentine's Day stream. Sailing and fishing date. It's been a blast. Skid streams are super chill friendly. I have to go sleep now though, so have a great night. See ya, Oni. Have a good night. Make sure to come see us again. Did you stand up Calamite for this stream? I did. Like, Calamite has me on speed dial and all that, but I told him there were more important things. He understood. Not like I have a girlfriend, but I can love my boys. There you go. Who needs a girlfriend when you can, like, flirt outrageously with your online friends? When's the next VTuber stream? I need to study your mannerisms so I can fall into obsessions with the Skidonic. Probably next week. They're still really popular, so I'll probably be doing them weekly again, like on Monday or Tuesday, whenever I can. Probably. Maybe. Might be some other time this week, depending on, like, if I just don't have an upload for that day, I'll just VTube in place of it. I'll just keep on changing up the name. Everyone, like, this past one was Dark Souls 2, but I'm a VTuber. Next time I'll get, like, a DS3 map. And put Dark Souls 3, but I'm a VTuber. I'm making these skid lures out of pure lust. I hope you know that, Skid. Yeah, when you talk about me, like, pooping out my kidney, I can really feel the passion. I feel the hot, burning lust he feels whenever he talks about, like, how every third hair on my body is orange or something. Please get me pregnant, Skid. You can't get a man pregnant, you can only make them constipated. My internet has become ungodly, but I'll push onward nonetheless. Bob is really trying for it. Did your boy ever figure out how to get your chat to show up while you VTube? Yeah, Z, he sent me the thing to do it. I still need to install it, and he needs to show me the best way to do it. Yeah, I should be able to have stream, like, up on screen pretty soon. Yeah, me and Z went into VR, we played some pool. I think he, like, grabbed me on the ass with his anime girl avatar a couple of times, I don't know. It was a good time. Little hoot and holler. Also, did you fix the music? I just have to remember next time I VTube to, turn up that volume on OBS for desktop. Because there are two things to get broadcast to OBS. It's my desktop audio and my microphone audio. So if I just turn up the desktop, it should be okay. Ooh. Funky. You still have the sexy lizard mod for DS3. Metis said the what now? Yeah, I do. Like, I haven't been on DS3 since even before the servers went down, but yeah, I mean, it's technically still installed. However, comma, you may never see it again because if all of DS, like DS 1, 2, and 3 on PC, if they all go with easy anti-cheat the way Elden Ring has, it's probably going to mean the death of cosmetic modding. So stuff like that will be right out the window. There'll be no more of that. I like how Max like popped in here, like popped his head in the window and then left immediately. Skid, is there a fort? I fucking don't know, Bob. There's a literally like a tsunami rolling in towards me. You can see the wind blowing it towards me. There's a tsunami rolling in. I have no idea if there's a fort. I can't see. I've got no way of knowing. Even if I like here, I'll do you one better. I'll go into the crow's nest. Like, I can't see. If there is a fort, I'm completely unawares of it. That shipwreck? That's a rock. Caesar sent a minimum of 3 pipe bombs to Hidetaka Miyazaki. P.S. Hiring for new skid lore philosophers. I'm running out of ideas. Still haven't seen the skid. I'll never again have to see that shield with the face on it. My curiosity grows. I have a mod that changes my dragon form into like a really big-titted pink dragon. And I don't think Luca's in the stream anymore because they typically don't say very much. But Luca absolutely went nuts for it and was like donating to make me put it on because I hated this so much. For one stream I was a scaly, and then that one video where I got fucked in the ass by Calamine, but we don't talk about any of that. We try to forget that stuff happened. Pull this bad boy in. Apologies, I was referring to the action. Ah, great. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh yeah, fish that fish, baby. That's like scraping the bottom of the barrel to make things sexy. Oh yeah, fish that fish. I can't lie though, like that could be one of the more attractive things another human being could do, is successfully reel in a fish with proper form. Can't say it wouldn't get me hot and bothered either. However, comma. I think we're gonna sail over to the finest trading post, sell off our wares, then go to Plunder Outpost. I'm a little worried about my our resident E-boy Z, and so I think I'm gonna sell these fish, sell our stuff, and then go talk to him or message him or something, because I always worry about him. He likes to get himself into shit. Skid went through a phase where every day he had to jack off to the Dark Souls 2 dragon form. I'll be honest with you, one of the like upcoming Dark Souls 2 ideas I had before the servers went down was something involving dragon form. Curiosity killed the cat, and it will eventually kill me as well. I mean, you can find it on the Nexus. I think the dragon mod is called like Agape or something. Is the name of the. It's a legit furry porn model that's been rigged up and ported into Dark Souls 3. It is a like an established furry porn character. Pink, black. You can find it on Nexus mods. There's a version without hair. There's a version with hair. I assume there's probably a naked version. You can just go look it up if you want to see what it looks like, or maybe you'll find something you'll get more than you bargained for, who knows. You know, take a chance, try something new. Wrench that rod back, baby. Also, why is he not being a pirate right now? Because he doesn't feel good. I think he had some kind of like Valentine's Day thing planned, and if I had to guess, it probably went awry. I'm just not good enough for him anymore. That's all there is to it. I'm just not a hot enough piece of ass for Z. He doesn't feel, something's bugging him. I typically take care of my boys as much shit as I give them. So, I'll just investigate a bit. He'll be fine. I want the Bloodborne Beast Claws to show up in Elden Ring somehow. I'll be back. I like how as soon as I told all of you how to find the furry porn DS3 mod, I lost like, what, 6-7 people automatically. Like, they were just waiting for me to mention it finally. They just been watching this. It's the only reason. It's the ulterior motive. Like, all the sweet talking me, all this other stuff, it's all just a roundabout way to get to the file name of the furry porn mod. Dragon build idea, the baddest dragon. Only use the headstone, use the Katarina legs and moonlight butterfly wings. The Skid XZ ship. Yeah, that's an old one, isn't it? Back when all of you used to try to ship me and Z. That's kind of an old school Skid channel lore page. I guess we're gonna have to anchor here on Old Salt's Atoll, because I do not want to sail through a storm by myself. It's an immense hemorrhoid trying to do that. So I guess we'll just like hunker down here in the shipwreck. I guess that fits the Valentine's Day thing though. That'd be super romantic, having to hunker down in a like fucking dilapidated old shipwreck. Because lightning can strike you anywhere on the sloop, even if you're below deck. Lightning can and will hit you on top of the head. It never fails to piss me off. Must have to make like a mad dash out here to bucket out the ship a few times. Probably not a single, no skelly captains. Where's this? They make different sounds when you kill them in the storm. Whole lot of nothing. And the ghost didn't give me any loot either. Big depresso. Alright. We got hunkered down inside the shipwreck. I think skeletons can still get to me right there. Listen, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, post that in my Discord server later. Just gotta hunker down and wait out the storm. Hopefully only the edge of it skirts past here and it goes on to discover your plunder. It kinda looks like an all-night rain though. What happened to Max's arm and where does it disconnect? Max was born without his full arm. I think he's got like his elbow and then a little bit, and he's got a bunch of weird little stubby fingers that look creepy. I was gonna sleep, but then the bot showed up and I had to smite it. I remember Country singing Skid, the best Skid. The Skid XZ has been going on for 2 years. Nobody has left Skid's basement since 1985. Please help us, he's coming down. The model's actually in a few other games. Sekido, Dragon Titties Die Twice. Found the mod. I'm not even gonna try and read that word, Connor. They're back. And Skid was right, everyone just left to find the mod. Damn Skid, I'd like to plunder your seas. I bet. You and everybody else that joins these. That just looks mysterious as fuck, I don't like that. Look like I'm about to conduct like a shady drug deal. Or like I'm watching some brand new pirates on their sloop sail past. That's what it looks like. It looks like I'm some like half-crazed pirate who's been sitting in the shipwreck for years. And some like band of really merry adventurers just fucking... decide to... fucking drop anchor off the coast of my island. I'm about to murder them. That didn't look suspicious at all. Their backs, and Skid was right, everyone just left to find the mod. That's pretty cute. Small handshake. I told you. I'm such a good judge of people. Well, we need to be heading east. So I guess while the storm rolls across the ancient isles, we'll head over to, the sea post. I've been listening and playing Valheim on Valheim's... Oh, I see, Valheim's Day. Finally someone else who plays Valheim. I played Valheim. I did everything there was to do in the current state of the game. That's why I stopped playing it. Not only have I, like, did we do everything that you can physically do, we also, like, just, like, put everyone went into creative mode and we just started building fortresses and outposts all over the place. Like, I had my fun with Valheim. I did everything the game currently has to offer. And when I see that they've updated it again, like a significant update, like the Mistlands or something, I'll get back into it. But for right now, there's really no point to play Valheim for me, other than just a chilled out survival game, because it's probably the most chill survival game you're gonna find. It's really pretty. It's got a really unique, like, RuneScape-esque look. Really like Valheim. Sexy lizards draw everyone's attention. I love playing this game, shame I never got my friends to play it. It's a hit or miss game. Like, some people just like, for me, I love pirate stuff. I always have, even when I was a kid. I played Pirates of the Caribbean online. My elementary school mascot was a pirate. Like, I've just always been really big into pirates. And this game, even when it launched way back, like alpha, beta, you know, launch version of this game, even when it didn't have anything to do, I still just enjoyed sailing around doing the pirate voice and singing shanties with me boys, you know, that type of stuff. I've always really, really loved Sea of Thieves, despite how fucking hard the devs make it too sometimes. But it's a hit or miss game. I can completely understand why a lot of people don't like it. If you're a person that needs, like, needs constant action or stimulation, it's not gonna be the... Like, two of my friends, Frantic and, Eat, the only way that they can play it is if new story content comes out or if we're doing PvP. Like with Z, me and Z can just sit and enjoy each other's company. We can fish, we can do grinding, we can do PvP, we can try to mess with people, we can do Easter eggs. Max just enjoys the game, he can do anything he wants. or anything. Like, he can just do anything. He's like sailing. He enjoys being on the sea. But my other friends, because they're more like PvP, junkheads, PvP oriented, they don't like it as much. They can't play it for any of the more just sea life type stuff, I guess. So it's hit or miss. People either love it or they hate it. There's also a pretty big learning curve to Sea of Thieves, particularly in naval combat against other players. And it's pretty harsh to be forced into learning that just on the open sea. Like, the best thing to do is just to get on a sloop and ride out and try and fight people. But you're gonna get the crap knocked out of you. Most people can't take that. I haven't done plain stuff yet. Valheim surged in popularity and it was dead in a month. Yeah, Valheim, like what is in Valheim is really, really good. And they deserve every bit of support that they got. But the reason it died off is just because there wasn't that much. That's how most games are. They're like these indie titles will release early access versions of their game. And they absolutely explode with popularity. But then, you know, there's only so much they have, and they're typically not equipped to put out a ton of content and manage all the new popularity that they've just suddenly accrued, and the game dies off really quickly. Then sometimes, like Among Us, they get a second life later on. Whereas Skyrim mods, one of them was just the guards came at you, violated the law, now I'll violate you, and proceed to try hump you. I used to have some pretty crazy, some pretty fucking nuts Skyrim mods. I think my favorite one though was the Macho Man Randy Savage dragons, the Thomas the Train dragons. I mean, Skyrim modding, like it's impossible to understate just how far modding Skyrim has gone. I was gonna say something else about Valheim, I think. No, I was gonna say something about Among Us. I don't talk about Among Us very much because I've still never played it. I don't think I ever will play it. I'm gonna put that feather in my cap that I somehow managed to avoid Among Us completely. But whenever I hear Among Us, I just feel bad for the guys that develop Fall Guys. Because Fall Guys was like the really popular new party game, and then Among Us came out of nowhere and sucker punched it right out of the limelight. Play Kenshi and hate yourself. Does a Snoop Dogg play Ark? Oh no, don't tell me Snoop Dogg plays Ark. He's gonna hate video games. Oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean Online. I remember that game, used to love it to death. Yeah, they took down the servers for it a long time ago, but there are actually like fan-run servers for the game. If you really have a burning desire to play it again. I haven't gotten onto them myself yet, but they exist. And sleep well, Strider. I don't know if you're a Warhammer nerd like myself, you're looking forward to Warhammer 3 in a few days. I'd have bare bones knowledge about Warhammer. I've actually seen people talk about Warhammer so much it's completely turned me off of getting into it seriously. Like in any real, like, deep regard. I just see so much fucking talk about Warhammer, it kills me. From people paying the figurines to the fucking lore and the actual games and all this other stuff. I see it too much. I don't really, I played Vermintide. I think that's a Warhammer game. I played Vermintide and it was fun. And I think that's it. I think that's a Warhammer game. You know how desperate people are to make a dumbass Amogus joke? I just ignore it. I found the best way to, like, take away some quality of a person is to, like, stringently ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist, or it's like Just silence. Beat them with nothing. Let them have to hear their own thoughts ring around their head for a second after they say something. Make them question it. That's typically, like, it's just how I do it. If someone will, like, not shut up about the Mogus stuff and you just don't acknowledge it, they will eventually stop. And you can't say that. Like, there's no one in this chat that's doing anything annoying. I'm not talking about any of you right now. But you can't say that, because then they become indignant over it. And like, well, I won't stop saying it. Because then they think, like, I don't know, it gives them a reason. If you leave someone with no reason, no purpose to the pattern, no rhyme to the reason, they'll stop. They'll stop and get with the program eventually. Or they'll leave. Which is also a positive outcome if they're making bogus jokes. Where are you at? Plunder Outpost. Kinshi is a game for psychopaths. Blood for the blood gods, skulls for the skull throne. I know that you know that I know that they know we know that you know that they God knows what the fuck happened to Vault 69. Fucking Fallout lore. I guess that's what he's talking about. I've not gotten wrapped up in Fallout lore in such a long time. I used to be a really big Fallout nerd, as a matter of fact. But that's been years and years ago. It's been a hot minute. I'm way more into Elder Scrolls than Fallout. Oh, a cool little thing for any of you that watch my For Honor stuff. By the way, I uploaded a new video today. It's For Honor. If any of you want to see me and my friends giggle and get slapped around in a really bad fighting game. If any of you watch my For Honor content, I'll have finally saved up enough steel tonight to get a new hero, like one of the DLC heroes for the 15th Thou. My choices are Tiandi, Jormungandr, Nushia, aka Nuxia, whenever people that are fucking really stringent about pronunciations are in the chat, or PK or Orochi. And so I have decided that I'm probably gonna get Tiandi. Because Tiandi seems like he's very, very strong. Seems like a good thing to have in the back pocket is to be able to play a busted DLC hero. Chuck that in there. I have a destroyed woman. Me, I just kept calling Skid a femboy until he accepted it. At this point, like, I have no way to prove you wrong because I'm not going to show my face, so I've just accepted it. And now I don't really say much about it. I'll just joke along with it. I'll just say something like, yep, put on the thigh highs. Because I've got, like I said, I've got no way to prove. I could say anything, and it could just be turned around and on me. So I don't try to fight it. Still wait for that beach bum calendar. I need to get like me and all of my crew to like put on scantily clad pirates in loincloths and stuff and pose on the beach. Go POV people. Now this is a romantic Valentine. Like, look at these cannons. Look at this shit. Look at this figurehead. This is a romantic 1-on-19 date. I will not sully it by getting my PvP-ness on. Can you look at the map? I mean... No Reapers. No Reapers. Nowhere to be seen. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Nobody. Not a soul. You also gotta pick, well, 40Ks and Skid Bane. Skelly ship's coming over to say hello. Check them out. If I see they have a keg on them, I'll blow it up and I'll just spawn camp them. Well, I'll spawn camp. I mean, I'll sit in the bottom of their ship and protect the holes until they sink. But they probably won't have one. I'm not that lucky. Skid McBings. Skid McBing. Yeah, they're not gonna come close enough. They know who I am. Even though I'm dressed like a dapper D'Artagnan, they absolutely know who this... They know who I am. They know I'm the malevolent mollusk known as Captain Wetbeard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go check on Z. I'm in the stream. It's been a real one. I hope all of you have enjoyed the love boat and the Valentine stuff. I hope all of you have had a fun time. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it. So I need a name for my usually edgy pirate. Edge McBlade. Dora Jones. Weeaboo Jones. I don't know, something like that. Anything like that. Razor McGee. The sheer fucking orgasm one gets by even uttering Wetbeard's name is so violently deep one more time. Yeah, okay, on that, I'm gonna end it. You guys go watch the new video, leave me a comment so I know that you care, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.